Imagine waking up in a country where every move you make leaves a digital shadow, where cameras can recognize your face in seconds, where your phone, your transport card, your online chats, and even the way you cross the street quietly record your behavior. This is not a movie. This is real life in modern China, a nation of over 1.4 billion people, all living inside one of the most advanced tracking systems ever created by humans. But how does China do it? How can one country watch, manage, and monitor such a massive population? And most importantly, why did it build this system in the first place? To understand this, we must go back to how China thinks about order, control, and stability. For thousands of years, Chinese rulers believed that a stable society needed strong oversight. Ancient emperors used spies, messengers, census records, and village leaders to keep track of people. Fast forward to today, technology has replaced messengers, and data has replaced paper. But the goal remains the same: to maintain order and control in a very large and complex society. China's modern tracking system is not one single machine or button. It is a huge network made up of cameras, smartphones, apps, databases, artificial intelligence, and government agencies all connected together. It starts with cameras. China has installed hundreds of millions of surveillance cameras across cities, villages, roads, malls, schools, offices, airports, and even small streets. Many of these cameras are powered by artificial intelligence. They can recognize faces, track movements, identify clothes, estimate age, and sometimes even guess emotions. When a person walks past a camera, the system can match their face to a national database within seconds. This database contains ID photos collected when citizens apply for national identity cards, passports, or driver's licenses. Every Chinese citizen has a unique ID number tied to their personal data. This makes it easier to connect faces to names, addresses, jobs, and family members. But cameras alone are not enough to track 1.4 billion people. Smartphones play an even bigger role. In China, almost everyone uses a smartphone for daily life. People use their phones to pay for food, transport, rent, shopping, and bills. Cash is becoming rare. Apps like WeChat and Alipay are not just messaging or payment apps, they are entire digital worlds. They store chat messages, payment history, location data, contacts, and even medical appointments. Every time someone sends money, buys food, scans a QR code, or messages a friend, data is created. This data can be accessed by companies and, when required, shared with authorities. Transport systems add another layer. Trains, buses, subways, flights, and even bike-sharing systems require ID verification. When someone buys a train ticket, their ID is scanned. Cameras at stations confirm their face matches the ticket. Entry and exit times are recorded. This creates a clear map of where people go and when. If someone travels often, the system knows. If someone suddenly stops traveling, the system notices. Housing also plays a role. Most apartment buildings require face scans, key cards, or phone apps to enter. Visitor records are logged. Hotels must report guest information to local police systems. Even internet access in public places often requires ID verification. All these systems talk to each other. Data flows constantly, building detailed digital profiles of individuals. Another major part of China's tracking system is big data and artificial intelligence. AI systems analyze massive amounts of information to find patterns. They can flag unusual behavior, like someone traveling frequently to sensitive areas, communicating with many unknown contacts, or spending money in unexpected ways. These flags do not always mean someone is guilty of anything, but they draw attention. Local authorities may then decide whether to investigate further. One of the most talked about parts of China's tracking system is the social credit concept. Many people misunderstand it. There is no single national score that decides everything about a person's life. Instead, there are many local and sector-based systems. These systems reward behaviors like paying bills on time, following laws, and keeping contracts, while punishing behaviors like fraud, unpaid debts, or spreading false information. Consequences can include slower internet speeds, travel restrictions, or limits on luxury spending. The goal is to encourage trust and discourage behavior the government sees as harmful. Online life is also heavily monitored. Social media platforms use automated systems and human moderators to scan posts, comments, images, and videos. Certain topics are sensitive and may be removed quickly. Keywords are filtered. Accounts can be suspended or banned. This creates a digital environment where people learn what is safe to say and what is not. The government argues this helps prevent misinformation, scams, and social unrest. Critics argue it limits free expression. Both views exist, and both shape how the system is perceived. Another powerful tool is location tracking. Phones constantly send location data through GPS, cell towers, and Wi-Fi connections. Apps often request location access. This data helps with navigation, delivery services, and emergency response, but it can also be used to track movements. During health emergencies, location tracking has been used to trace contacts and control outbreaks. Health code apps became famous during disease control periods. These apps showed green, yellow, or red codes based on health status and travel history. A green code allowed movement. A red code restricted access. These systems showed how fast and effectively digital tracking could control population movement. Workplaces and schools add more layers. Employees scan in and out. Students use face recognition to attend classes. Exams use camera monitoring to prevent cheating. Even behavior in classrooms can be analyzed by smart systems. This creates detailed timelines of daily life from morning to night. But how does China manage all this data? The answer lies in centralized databases and local control. Data is often stored by companies but can be accessed by authorities under law. Local governments manage regional data while national agencies oversee broader systems. This allows fast response at the local level while maintaining national oversight. The system is not perfect. Errors happen. Faces can be misidentified. Data can be outdated. People sometimes get flagged by mistake. China continues to upgrade and adjust the system to reduce these problems. Supporters of the system argue that it improves safety. Crime solving becomes faster. Missing people are found quickly. Fraud is reduced. Public services become more efficient. Traffic flows better. Emergency responses improve. In a country with such a large population, even small improvements can affect millions of lives. Critics worry about privacy. They fear constant monitoring creates fear and pressure. They question who controls the data and how it might be misused. These debates exist both inside and outside China. The Chinese government often responds by saying that safety and stability come first, and that citizens accept monitoring as part of modern life. Culture also plays a role. Chinese society traditionally values collective stability over individual privacy more than some other cultures. Many people are comfortable trading some privacy for convenience and safety. Paying with a phone, unlocking doors with a face scan, and traveling smoothly through stations feels efficient and modern. Over time, these systems become normal. The younger generation grows up with them and rarely questions them. China's tracking system continues to grow. New technologies like smarter AI, faster networks, and more advanced sensors are being added. Smart cities are being built where traffic lights, waste systems, power grids, and public services all respond to data in real time. In these cities, tracking is not just about people, but about everything, from cars to energy use. This raises one big question. Is China building the future of population management, or is it creating a system too powerful to control? Some countries are watching closely. Some are copying parts of the system. Others are warning against it. The truth is complex. China has shown that it is technically possible to track and manage 1.4 billion people using technology, data, and centralized planning. Whether this model spreads or remains unique will shape the future of global society. In the end, China's tracking system is not just about cameras or apps. It is about how a country sees itself, how it balances freedom and control, and how technology reshapes the relationship between the state and its people. As the world becomes more digital, the question is no longer whether people will be tracked, but how much tracking societies are willing to accept. And China, with its massive system and bold approach, is showing the world one possible answer.